Hey there. I hope you're having an amazing day. Know that you are loved, appreciated, seen, and heard. And there's only one you. You're it. You are it, boo. You're the only one living this perspective. You're the only one thinking the thoughts. You're the only one saying the words. You're the only one feeling the emotions and doing the actions. You. You're the one that's writing your life in every moment. All right, so this is probably going to be a little bit of one of those radical conversations or ideas that I have that a lot of people are not going to agree with. I'm getting used to it. It's okay. I didn't come here to necessarily make friends. You don't make friends. Well, you do, but when you're in a society that has been spoon-fed bullshit and lies for its entire existence, and you come here to create massive change and change the dynamic, change the narrative, change the system, you're not liked. Not only are you not liked, but you're targeted, you're attacked, you're bullied, you're beaten, you're tortured, and you're killed because the system doesn't like you tearing down its power base. What is its power base? The illusion that you're a slave, the illusion that you're nothing, and that you worship a God that isn't even God. That's right. Y'all are so focused on what's written in a book that was written by men, that was created by a king who weren't even around during the time of Jesus. They have no first-hand perspective. None. You're going on and creating your life based on opinion. Not only do they have you by your religion, your news, your music, Hollywood, your government, your education system. Every single one of these systems, and your judicial as well, was created and set up specifically to keep you a victim, to keep you in victim energy, to keep you in victim mentality, to keep you feeding off of them, a select group of people who are manipulating your minds, controlling your religion, controlling what you worship, controlling what you eat, controlling what you see. They control everything and you believe it. It's not your fault. It isn't. That's the one thing. I mean, there's a lot of things I agree with Jesus on. I love Jesus. I love that man. I had the ability to feel his experience and what he went through during the crucifixion. I have so much deep love for that individual and what he went through. No one will ever be able to break me of that. But he was upset because he even saw, especially with the monetary system, the enslavement that was about to happen for the human race. He also was pissed after he was done because he just realized he just told an entire society to pray to a false god. That's right. Y'all pray to God the Father. I've said this before. There's more than just God the Father. Is God the Father a perspective of God? Yes. Not the only perspective. And the God the Father that y'all worship, that was a false God here. But at any rate, that is being unwound, unraveled, and undone. And those of us, again, that came here to create massive change, that go against the system, like Jesus, go against the power base, we're not liked. Our ideas, our thoughts, our opinions, our experiences are pushed down, demeaned, made fun of. I'm even shadow banned. Yeah, I'm starting to be monitored. I have some very high level people watching me. Hey, you think I didn't know that? I'm so super intuitive and psychic that I know who these players are. I know what they're doing. I see what they're doing. I understand. You want to try to control a population so that you can siphon the energy so that you can continue to create the reality that you want to create so that you can enslave these people because you don't want them to be free, because you cannot control a free society. You cannot control a free mind. Because if you have a free mind, that free mind's going to say, fuck you and fuck your system. I'm going to do what's right for me. For me. I'm going to choose who I worship. I'm going to choose what I think. I'm going to choose what emotions are right for me. And I'm going to choose what pathway I want to go. I'm not going to follow the herd to get slaughtered. I'm not going to live a life where I'm unhappy and I hate my life because your education system said this is the way we should be educated. This is the degrees you should get. And then you get out into the real world, you've learned no real world experience. And then not only that, 80% of people that get college degrees don't use them. 20% of people use their college degrees. I'm sure that's considered a fail, a big fat F in your system. Yeah. Anyway, I came here to change all of that. I came here to speak the truth. I came here to give you a different perspective on things. Yeah, I'm not liked. Yeah, I'm bullied. Yeah, I'm hated on. I don't care. That's on you. You want to feel that way? You want to be closed-minded? You want to believe everything that you're spoon-fed? You go right ahead. Listen, I honor your free will. I respect your opinion. I respect where you're at in your evolution. Do the same for me. Can you handle that? If you're truly a fucking Christian, no offense, but do you think it's okay to bully and spew hate? That's not Christian. That's not love. I love it when people get on my channel and they're telling me that I'm wrong and I'm blasphemous and I'm hateful, and I can feel their energy, their negative energy toward me because I hit their belief system. They don't even see, this is how unconscious they are. They don't even see the hate that they're spewing. They don't even see how blinded they are, how enslaved they are. They won't listen. They don't listen to reason. They don't listen to other opinion. They're dead set on what they believe is true. Okay, fine. No problem. Listen, I'm not going to disrespect your opinion. I get it. I've been there. I know what it's like to be a horse with blinders on and not see anything outside of myself. It's limited. It hurts. It sucks. It's stagnant. No growth. The minute I started opening my eyes and go, wait a minute, you mean there's infinite possibilities? There's infinite energy? I can do and be and have anything I want? How do I tap into that? What if there's more to this than the story says? How can I tap into the truth of what happened? Once I started asking those questions, doors started opening for me. And answers started coming in. And my greater self in the universe was like, thank you. Thank you for asking the questions and opening your mind and opening other channels and possibilities and doors. Here's your answer. Here's your answer. Here's your answer. The backlog, I don't want to, let me stay on point. I've got 2 different videos running in my head right now. I got to focus. Radical love. Radical love. Not the love that you've been conditioned to believe here. And most of you don't even love at all. You only love, and I understand this, You only love if it fits your narrative, if it fits your dynamic, your paradigm, if it fits your belief system. If it doesn't, then love stops. No more love. No, you disagree with me. That's not love. That's conditional love. Means I will only love you if you believe this. What happens when that's flipped on you? You're only going to be, because that's what's going to happen. You're only going to be loved if you agree with the system. You're only going to get things if you agree with the system. The system is conditional love. How's that feel? That's not love. One of the differences is toxicity, though. Toxicity is when you harm someone knowingly with intention, a predator. A predator that preys on innocence is intentionally harming that person for personal gain. Those individuals I have no mercy for and no respect for because they know exactly what they're doing. Those are the people that are running your system, by the way, here in the material plane, here on Earth. Very nasty people. Dangerous. But that's okay because this system, it's being dissolved. So a new system is coming through. And I'm finally seeing that in the material plane. So I'm super excited about that. I was having a conversation with someone yesterday from a dating app because I'm single. So I enjoy having conversations with individuals. And he was talking about how all these miracles are happening in his life. How it just started happening where the right people, places, and things were coming into his life. And he started telling me about his life and what he had gone through before that. It was pretty traumatic. It was a tough journey for him. He paid his dues. He did the right thing. He didn't retaliate. He didn't seek retribution. He stayed aligned with truth and love and allowed those toxic energies that were putting him down, bullying him, telling him he wasn't worth anything. He allowed them to do their thing and exit his life. And his backlog of good, which I've talked about in other videos, our backlog of good is here. Our timeline is now. It's here. It's now. Which means those of you that are on this timeline with me are experiencing those things. Why? Because you earned it. You deserved it. You pulled back your energy. We pulled back the energy from the narcissistic energy that was controlling everything. But we allowed it to control everything. That's the key. I allowed that energy to control me. And because I allowed that, and because I worshiped that energy and thought it had my best interest, I thought he had my best interest. I thought he knew what he was talking about. I believed his mask. I believed the mask, which is narcissists don't care about you. They only care about themselves. That's the energy that was controlling all of this. It still is, but their masks are coming off. They're starting to get sick physically because it's hitting in the physical. Starting to lose jobs, money, fame, fortune, people. Their whole ego is crumbling. And all that stuff that they siphoned off of you to create their utopia of enslavement, it's coming down. Because you're waking up saying, nah, I'm good. I don't want you. I don't need you. In fact, you need me more than I need you. Yeah. And because you need me, once I pull my energy back, which is my pure love, which is my pure innocence, which is my pure God essence, once I pull that back into me and I truly fall in love with myself, all of me, game over. Because I'm no longer putting my energy, my love into individuals, specifically one, but individuals that are black holes. A narcissist is a black hole. You can pour all your love and all your prayers into it, and it will say, thank you very much, because you are feeding that beast. That's what worshiping God the Father was all about. You were feeding the ego, a demagogue. And instead of seeing progress, instead of things getting better, you have stagnation. You live in survival mode. You're angry, you're divisive, you hate each other. There's no love. It's exactly how they want it. Exactly how he wanted it. That's not the way. That's not the way at all. God created the two energies, two right hand of God, left hand of God, extensions of the bigger God, the bigger mainframe. These two, because God honors free will, are the ones that created life. I've talked about this so many times. But what happens when one goes toxic and takes over the other falls for it, the entire system goes toxic, and that's exactly what happened. But you're breaking free. I'm breaking free and saying, you're not my God. I don't abide by your rules, your regulations, and I'm not in line with the way that you want to run things. I'm not going to be a slave to you. You're not going to enslave me. I am connected directly to source. I am just as powerful as you. The feminine is stepping up. Do you see this, masculine? And I'm saying to you, masculine, that's trying to dominate and control me and tell me what to do and how to live my life and that I'm the problem and I'm not good enough? Nah, that's a bunch of lies and bullshit. And I'm not going to worship you, Father. You know who I'm going to worship? Me. I am going to worship myself. Wow, holy shit. Did I just say that? Yes, I did. Why? Because God has a third person perspective in the background, playing the video game, allowing you to do whatever it is that you want to do because God wanted you to have free will. Because otherwise, if God steps in and lives your life, then it's just God again. And God's like, wait a minute, but I want to see life. How can I see life if it's just all me and I'm in that singular perspective? Get it? God is the energy. The energy working through you. But you have to be willing to allow that energy in and understand it is me. That energy is me. It is flowing through me. I have the power. I don't worship God, but I do. Because I understand it's a greater power, it's a greater intelligence. But I also worship me. Because I am form and formless. If I am not fully in love with myself, all of me, every particle, then I will see a reflection of me that is negative. And then life will not work out for me. There will be bumps, there will be hiccups, there will be stoppages, there will be blocks, there will be stagnation. Because I'm not in the flow of life. And true manifestation is that pure love, that pure innocence, that is source. Vulnerability, authenticity. Yes, That pure love is my weakness. Love is my weakness. And I've been preyed on because of that little tiny bit of love. But it's also my strength. And God is allowing me to live my life, my way. I get choice, free will choice. If you want to be successful here in the material plane, this is difficult for us empaths. You have to pull away from that narcissistic, toxic energy. Stand on your own 2 feet and totally fall in love with every aspect of yourself. It sounds weird. Some would say it's selfish. But how could it be selfish? Loving me. Who's going to love me more than me? People are only going to love me to the capacity that I love myself. And the tricky thing with these narcissists, these liars, is they don't want you to love yourself. They don't want you to be better. They want to keep you down. That's what this system does. It wants you to stay stupid and dumb and hate yourself and stay in survival mode and victim. The minute you start to fall in love with yourself and say, wait a minute, I don't have to deal with you. I don't have to stay at this job. I don't have to deal with that energy. I don't have to feel that way. I get to choose what I want. That's the minute you step out of their control. You step out of the matrix and you see it for the truth of what it is. Truth. I see your intentions. You aren't allowed in my reality. I like you. You're a good energy. You and I are going to work together. Just like the guy I talked to last night. Never met him before. And we're having this conversation. He's like, all these things are happening in my life. And I'm like, you're getting your backlog of good. You're getting your karma. And I was literally having a conversation online with another guy who said, have you gotten your good back, your karma? Look how the universe was just like, hey, I can feel it. I can feel it coming. I'm excited. I'm super excited because we just shifted into that timeline where all the work that I've been doing, you've been doing, is now going to pay off. Big time. Big time. Stepping into a world, a reality of truth, of love, of connection, of building something beautiful and amazing and free. Free. It's been a long time coming. I've known this since I was a kid. I didn't know it to this extent, but I knew, and I even told people when I was little, I'm going to be somebody important. I'm going to change the world for the better. People thought I was crazy. And I probably am a little bit. But my goal, my intention, I hope you can feel me. My intention is for a better place, a better future, a better spam call. Or listen. London Bridge is falling down, falling down. Sorry. A better way. A better way. Miracle after miracle after miracle. Unifying, working together, understanding real love. That's where we're headed. That's why I came here. And I started all of this in the ethers, in the mind, in the greater mind, and here we are in the material plane. And it's go time. It's go time. My greater self understands it is go time. We have to prove it. Because otherwise, no one's going to believe my words. Because if you can't prove it, no one wants to hear about it. They don't want to change their mindset, but they'll change their mindset once you start proving that this is an illusion and that you can do instant miracles. Then people will start listening. That's why I did this channel. Because it ain't blowing up now, but hey, I love all of y'all that are on this channel that have tapped in and are getting it. Because it's going to go kaboom. Everything's going to go kaboom in a good way. All right. I've rambled enough. I love you. Have a great day. Bye.